I have a question for you. If you are giving interns the keys to your blogging and social media strategies, how are you supporting them in that process? I'm Dr. Jennifer Gardella, and this is what we're going to unpack today in this video. So let me ask you a really, really hard question. Would you give the keys to your sales department or your legal department or your finances to an intern? Probably not. For some reason, so many small business owners believe that they can just hand over marketing to an intern because it's cheap, easy labor, and they can hand over that entire responsibility because really not a lot is being done anyway. The truth is, what you want to do is hand over the keys to the intern with an incredible amount of support. Interns, as I'll talk about, are phenomenal, but you want to make sure that you don't wind up dancing on TikTok when your ideal clients are over on LinkedIn. So the first things that you absolutely have to have in place is a very clear brand voice guide. Your interns need to know the colors, they need to have the images, they need to have your logo, they need to understand the things that they can say and they cannot say. They also need a lot of training on ideal client profiles. So while they're getting to know your business, they need to get to know what kind of clients you want to work with. And all of that needs to be spelled out for them. You also need a social media policy. They need to have a full understanding of what they can and cannot post and the rules for engagement. What the approval process is and how edits are done. So that is all needs to be spelled out in your social media policy. They also need an editorial calendar. Now, this is a great assignment for you to give to your intern as long as they're going to make sure that it's professional and again, reaches your ideal clients. They also need to know the operating procedures of your business. This relates back to what I just said with the approval process, but also how are things actually going to be posted? Who has access to accounts? And then again, back to workflow and the review process. I can't stress that enough. So if these elements are missing, your interns could actually either one, shut down without anything to do because they don't know what to do, or two, take it upon themselves and run off the rails. And we definitely don't want that to happen. Remember, once you give someone access to your LinkedIn business page or Facebook page, and they think they know what they're doing, they can start posting for you. So there's a lot of benefits to using these interns, right? They are going to have a very fresh perspective. Most of them were raised within the world of technology and social media. They are very, very creative. They're on social media all the time. So they have lots of new and exciting ideas. Also, if they're younger and your ideal client is younger, they can actually really inform your marketing strategy. They talk the talk of your ideal clients, the language, the culture, the formats. They even can help you stay on top of fun trends if those matter. They also know all the tools, the apps, and can even help you responsibly use AI in your marketing. They are great at research, right? They know, again, all the tools to do that and could be an unbelievable source of competitor research, as long as they have a lot of direction in how to do that. So when they're very well guided, when they're scaffolded, when they have the training, interns can be a phenomenal way to start to get your marketing out there. And let's face it, usually they're not very expensive. However, we need to keep in mind the problems and the risks to your digital marketing strategy with interns. So the first is off-brand messaging. Interns can go off the rails very, very quickly and cause significant damage using inconsistent and, well, most of the time unprofessional language, which again leads back to the brand guide that they need. They can also get you into hot water with compliance, promises, industry regulations, even copyright rules if they're just copying things off of other websites. So they really need direction in what it is, how to professionally move your brand forward, but also legally. And then usually they'll just start posting. So there's no strategy. And this can be detrimental to SEO, can blow your analytics, and it can also blow your conversion rates. Also, interns, like I just said, are very excited to start posting, but they are not worried about the internal workings of your business. So how things are, those standard operating procedures of how things are determined, how you select blog posts to write, how those posts are written. They need to really be helped to understand why procedures are important, and also how they can inform the procedures as they start to develop. And also, they don't know how to handle a crisis. So what happens if you do get a stalker or a troll or a hater out there on your social media profiles? They may believe that it's important to defend your brand and start a conversation or start defending your brand. They might not have any idea how quickly these things can snowball when they're not managed correctly. So again, they are phenomenal. They can be a phenomenal resource, but they are not a substitute for an actual strategy. So now you're probably asking, like, well, how can I get help in this? So I have 2 programs that help with this very issue. So the first is the Foundations program. This is where you and I meet, and your intern can be involved in this, although it is a 2 to 3 month program. And other staff members can be involved as well. And this is when we work on your brand voice, your messaging. We work on your SEO plan. What are the editorial pieces that you need built into your content strategy? So we write a 12-month editorial calendar. We also determine what are your content pillars. So when the intern wants to start posting about the weather, well, that might not be a content pillar. So how, so we want to make sure that the interns are always staying within your content pillars. Again, with the ability to put in great ideas. And then we also work on social media. I give you some posts that you can actually use. My team writes some blog posts for you in this program. And it gives you the foundation so that you can really start posting. And then if you come on board as a client in the Foundations program, you and your interns can have access to a new program that I just launched. You can see the smile on my face. I'm very excited about it, called Your Social Media Hour. So Your Social Media Hour is a do-it-yourself program for small business owners who need direction. And interns, I have interns in this right now. So business owners are joining, not watching it. They are putting their interns in the program, which is great. So the first is your interns would get blogging and social media courses done by a professional based on putting out professional posts. So they'll learn about SEO, blogging, websites. They'll also learn social media best practices, how to post, how to write a post. And then they get weekly office hours with me with me every week for an hour so that they can get some of their questions answered live. And they also get a weekly checklist from me so that they understand what they can do to build your presence. So all of this, both options, you can do the Foundations program with me, and that can be kind of expensive for you if that's outside your budget. So then you want to just head on over to Your Social Media Hour. It's $50 a month, so it's super easy. It's super easy to get started. So again, interns, incredible partners, right? They should never direct your strategy, and they have to have a lot of guardrails put up so that they keep your digital presence very, very professional. Most importantly, they need a roadmap at every step of this process so that they understand your business and the importance of what you are doing for your ideal clients. So again, when you need help, you can head over to Your Social Media Hour right now and join. If you'd like more information, on my website, the Gardella Group, is a link to my calendar. I would love to talk. Okay, thanks so much for your time. Bye-bye.